Before we get started on the match, I'd just like to say, Canada, you better watch your French-speaking arses, alright? Because I'll tell you, today, it seemed like people were really singing the national anthem with pride. So I would say, watch yourself. Maybe don't be doing some of the more stupid shit that you're doing. You don't have to say anything there. I just felt like I needed to say that.
You can say it on our behalf, both of us.
Hey, NarendraTheComic again!
India!
No, we got nonsense, but none of this even matters. Doesn't matter who I am, doesn't matter who you are, because we, the country, the English national football team, and the semi-finals of the Euros, a second straight tournament where we have made it to the semis. Let's just hope next time, this time, we can go further and get to the final. Obviously, a very tough opponent in Denmark there. An opponent I didn't want to face, especially because of what happened right at the beginning of the tournament. But if a dragon needs to be slayed, it needs to be slayed one way or another.
I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Christian Eriksen, he's going to get better.
Yep.
Let's demolish them.
You're evil. You know what? Denmark were my second team. I said it all along. If anyone was going to have a surprising run in this tournament, it was going to be them. And they haven't disappointed. But when push comes to shove, at this moment, I have to just say England for the win. If Denmark were against any other team, if Denmark were already in the final, I'd be throwing full support behind them.
Yeah.
But not now.
Not when you're against our boys, guys.
You can't. But if they do end up beating us, though, then go and smash the Italians, all right? Go and smash the Spanish, get the job done. So off the bat, 4-0. We can't really ask for more than that. Kane scoring 2, Maguire getting his meathead on one of them, and Jordan Henderson scoring.
Yeah.
And when Jordan Henderson scores, you know some shit's going down, because that's impossible.
It was his first goal, right?
For England ever.
Yeah.
And he's taken a couple of penalties for us and missed them. So it was bound to happen eventually, but when he scores, you know maybe the opponents haven't been the best.
I would actually agree.
Yeah.
I feel like England was a very strong side the whole way. They were really pressing forward.
Yeah.
And the Ukrainians were trying to find their chance, and they just weren't finding their legs. Like, there weren't as many opportunities for them.
Yeah. They were playing very much on the counter, and that's how they've played the whole time. England are a counter team, but because that's how the Ukrainians play, England had to play differently. And I was surprised with the starting 11 because there were so many players who were on yellow cards who Southgate decided to play, and the fact he changed formation, but I can't complain, it worked out in the end. So England were pressing really hard in the first 10 minutes, and it really gave them the impetus to go and score the first goal. And it happened really quick in the first half. Kane, it was bound to happen. He was going to find his form eventually.
He did, but then on the other hand, Pickford, he did the job. You can't pretend. There were some attempts made, but there was that moment where he ran out and then went, run, I'm going to turn right around. And we all jumped forward like, nah, not at this moment.
No.
They can't get one in. And he was already back. He was ready. And the Ukrainians didn't make it anyway.
No, they didn't do anything with it. But, you know, he turned into Usain Bolt very quickly on the way back. Because it would have been bad if that had been the way we conceded a goal.
Yeah.
4-1. If that had been it, it would have been a bit nasty.
Rice had an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, when the goalie saved that, we jumped out of our seats. But it's okay because we got 4 in the bag anyway.
What did we want? We don't want to be greedy. 6, 7, 8. It could have been 6, 7, 8. But that didn't happen. I do feel that Walker's final ball, though, in the final third just wasn't good enough. He wasn't delivering like Shaw was. Shaw had an incredible game. He really came into his own over the last few games. And I think he's got 2 or 3 assists in the whole tournament. Got 2 today. So I think there's no one who can really replace him in the team at this moment in time. But I think against the Danes, we're probably going to have to move back to a 5 at the back instead of a 4.
After England scored that first goal, they became much more defensive.
Yeah.
And Ukraine was given a bit more of a chance to come on.
Yeah, they were pressing more, weren't they? They were pressing more. And I think England did become too defensive. And becoming too defensive too early can become a bad thing. Because then you sit back too much, you're bringing on too much pressure. And that is what happened during the rest of the first half. Ukraine really did come into their own in the last 20 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, I would say I did not remember that Sancho was on the pitch until like the last 10 minutes of the first half.
Yeah.
Like, you were not seeing him. He was not even touching the ball. He was just running around. He's good at that. But then in the second half...
You were just running around. He's good at that one. That part he's good at.
But then in the second half, you know, he did have his moment.
He had a couple of good moments in the second half, but I do feel through the first half and in most of the game, he was non-existent. He wasn't really present. I don't think he added that much to the team, and I don't rate him that highly. Most people think that's insane.
Oh.
Some people are touting him to be like the best, saying he's going to be one of the greatest English players ever, saying that right now. I don't feel that.
Okay.
I don't think he's that great. I think United have wildly overpaid for him. Apparently $80 million or pounds or whatever it might be. And I think I think he's going to get found out in the Premier League. I think he is, because whenever he's played Premier League opposition in the Champions League, he's never done it. He's never played well. He's always just been distant, and I don't know how it's going to work for him in the Premier League. United have a lot of attacking options, and he's just added to being another good attacking option, but he's not amazing. He's not magnificent. He's not unbelievable. I think they might have wasted some money there. But I can be proven wrong. One season's all it takes, and I'll have egg on my face. He did actually have one good attempt on target, but it was right at the keeper. And there were better options available when he did take that shot on. He could have laid it off to Kane. Kane would have scored. So he is young. He's still only 21, 22, so he's got a lot of years ahead of him. But I just think he can have better decision-making in the final third. Something Raheem Sterling has improved a lot on over the past 5 years. I wouldn't say Raheem Sterling is world-class. This is a big debate. Is Raheem Sterling world-class? I wouldn't say he is, because the way I deem world-class is if you're in the best 2 or 3 players in your position in the world. I don't think Raheem Sterling is the 2nd or 3rd best left winger in the world. I think there's Mane, there's Neymar, and there's Son. At least those 3 off the top of my head, they're better. Insigne as well for Italy, he's better. So I can't really say he's one of the best in the world, because that's how I deem best in the world. He's just under that level for me now. Like, he is markedly better than I assumed he was 2 or 3 years ago. But he's not that level. That level is the Cristiano Ronaldos, the Messis, the Zlatan Ibrahimovic's.
Maybe he can get there, right? He's only like
He
26, right?
He
So
can get there. He's still got the time to do it. And I just think that he needs to do it on the biggest stage. And he's been doing it this time round, which is why my mind has changed to say, no, he's almost there, but he's not there yet. I did say that earlier, didn't I?
You did.
Maguire with the meathead. He does have it. What do you want? People called him slaphead as well. Slaphead, meathead, squarehead, all the above. That is Harry Maguire.
And then Kane finished it off in the 50th minute.
Yeah, done and dusted. It was pretty quick, actually, considering how Ukraine ended the first half. England really just took it into their own hands and said, no, we're going to finish off right now. Kane had this ridiculous volley, and I think Ferdinand called it absolutely filthy.
Yeah, he did.
And I haven't heard that term in so long, but I loved it. But you said something earlier that the attacking from England was really just coming down the left.
Yeah.
There wasn't much going on the other side.
No, there really wasn't.
No.
They were really favouring it, but it kind of proved them right.
It does prove them right, but I think maybe it leads to a one-sided, lopsided tactic, because it can kind of become assumed and predictable. And then Bellingham came on for a little bit, which was good, got some experience. Dominic Calvert-Lewin also came on for a little bit of a cameo. Didn't do much, but we weren't really attacking at that moment in time, so I can't blame him. But Denmark is going to be a tough game. I think they're going to be playing for their country, for Christian Eriksen, and it's not going to be a pretty one for England.
We haven't conceded 1 goal in the tournament so far, which I think shows how good Pickford is. No, genuinely.
You're picking up your man Pickford here.
Do you want to know what it is? He really has taken this world stage and kind of flourished.
Yeah.
He has nerves of steel. I said it last time. He knows what he is doing, and he's not making mistakes. He's not making rookie mistakes.
He made some big mistakes in this game.
But
Two. Nothing came of them.
Nothing came of them, right? I think he's doing a really, really good job.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's been pretty solid at the back. The defence has been definitely our strongest part of the game. And now watch how we will concede a bunch against Denmark. But hopefully not. You just never know. Anyway, guys, good job, England. And if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Kane himself gonna come after you. Captain Kane, you don't want that. Do they want that?
No.
You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been India.
She's been on Censor. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow if you don't make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers, so do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never know here, just how it goes. Also bring the Pakwas. Pakwas means nonsense in Punjabi, and we also bring that. Bring a lot, bring a little, do a lot, do a little, but we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more. See you then. Skadoosh.